I am the Space Quest historian. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's days been? I've been good. No, actually, I've been better. Yesterday, I woke up to an email from YouTube saying that my Fate of Atlantis video had gotten copyright struck. And not only does that mean the video was now removed, but I also had a copyright strike on my channel. Now, as you know, that is a fairly serious matter. 3 of those and you're out. And I'd already gone through this dog and pony show with the Rednecks video, which still lingers uncomfortably in my mind. So I was not terribly thrilled that I'd once again have to go through this process. And when I went to look to see what the offending material might be, I was fairly surprised. Now, I was sure it would have been something along the lines of, well, I used a couple of silent clips from the movies themselves, but no, Lucasfilm did not object to it. We used some snippets of the Indiana Jones March, the Raiders March, as it's called, by John Williams. MIDI version, obviously, but still recognizable. I thought maybe there was a content match for the music. And that wasn't it either. No, it turns out that the copyright claimant was this guy, the Smoking Phantom, a fellow YouTuber who got very upset that I used count them, 2 seconds of his video wherein he plays Fate of Atlantis. And, well, I should probably shut the actual video up, because he might get offended once again. So instead of playing it, I'll just scroll through it. The reason why I used some of his video is because he effectively takes out Arnold, the big burly fuck, who is otherwise almost unknockoutable in this game. And because he is unknockoutable, and I have neither the ability nor patience to actually perform this admittedly impressive feat, I simply used some of his footage. Now, you could argue maybe it was a little presumptuous of me to just use the footage and not ask for permission, but then again, YouTubers use each other's footage all the time. I used other YouTubers' clips in my video as well, and some of them even thanked me for including their video in mine because it brings more eyeballs to their channel. And it's a give and take. Any YouTuber out there is free to use any of my clips, any clip from my videos or whatever, in their videos, as long as they use them transformatively, as long as they give their inside opinions, funny edits. I've never seen YouTube poop of my videos. I'd love to see that. That would be hilarious. So this all struck me as somewhat confusing. So of course, I sent Mr. Phantom an email saying I woke up this morning and I was wondering what the hell this is all about. Now I've redacted the first email, the email I actually sent to him, because I don't want to dox his real Gmail. I think I can scroll up just enough to say, okay, so you can see the actual text I wrote to him, but not his actual email address. I am petty and I am vindictive, but I'm not a monster. So anyway, I woke up this morning to find that you had issued a copyright claim against my video, which earned me a copyright strike, which is not a trifling matter, blah, 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 blah. This must have something to do with the brief seconds of footage I've shown of you defeating Arnold. Now, if you wouldn't mind, let's resolve this amicably. I don't want to re-upload a new version just to remove a few seconds of footage, which, let's be honest, would be a death sentence for what was, by the way, one of my most well-performing videos. I think it had just under 12,000 views by the at the time he had it taken down, which is a lot for my little channel, to be honest. So it was a pretty well performing video, and having to re-upload it would have just absolutely nuked it. So he gets back to me and says, remove the part from the video. I don't like it when people use my content without asking me for permission. That's fair enough. He could have contacted me and said this outright, and I would have apologized and said I won't do it again, and let's be friends. He then says you can record the game yourself and take it from somewhere else. I will not retract my copyright claim. Thank you for understanding. Well, I try to reason with him. I say, as a gesture of goodwill, I could issue a public apology for using your footage, or I can proceed with a counterclaim of fair use from YouTube's system. Pick one. And he says, hey, what about, and this is the one that really kills me, If you create a video that promotes my YouTube channel effectively, have it posted there, meaning my channel, and ensure it remains there even after I restore the video, that would be great. The video could be about 5 minutes long and feature you saying positive things about my channel. No apologies needed, just a bit of promotion. It's a win-win situation. What do you think? I think we all know what I think. I think the penny just dropped there. In fact, let me get in your face and tell me what that penny is. The penny there is he copyright claimed me for 2 seconds of a video, which he does not own, by the way. Fate of Atlantis is owned by LucasArts. His 1-minute video consists entirely of gameplay footage with no commentary whatsoever. All he shows is gameplay footage. So I'll bet what happened, if I were to put on my little thinking cap, is he saw his video being credited and a link posted in my video description, so he knows it's there, claimed it for copyright because he's pretty sure that he can extort me into providing him with some free advertisement for his channel, which, as you can see, is almost entirely walkthroughs, no commentary of games, which is not copyrighted. You can't copyright fucking gameplay footage. Now, the reason why you can't copyright claim gameplay footage is because you don't own what's being displayed in your video, but game companies usually let you get away with it because you are essentially advertising their products, or you're bringing attention to a long forgotten product, which is the case for most of my videos. And if LucasArts, for some reason, saw Phantom's video and decided they wanted to take it down due to copyright, they would be within their right. The elements in his video are theirs. It's their game, it's their graphics, it's their sound, it's their music, it's their voice acting, it's everything. He didn't transform it at all. However, I did. I used 2 seconds, again, let's count them, 1, 2 seconds of his video of him laying out Arnold while I was providing audible commentary written and narrated by me over his clip and a bunch of other clips from other YouTubers, as well as footage I recorded myself, explaining how the fighting mechanics in Fate of Atlantis works and how some people have been able to defeat these otherwise supposedly undefeatable characters in the game. If you think about it, I was even throwing him a nice bone, and crucially, not only did I credit him in the video itself, but also in the video description. Yes, I did fail to ask for permission first, and yes, technically, crediting him is not a way to skate around copyright. Even if it just put footage by someone, that doesn't mean that I have somehow avoided copyright. But I have transformed it, and I provided credit to him as a courtesy, not as a requirement. I also did not ask for permission, and that is not very nice of me, I recognize that, but also, that is not a requirement, that is a courtesy. So, long story short, that's why you're not seeing the Fate of Atlantis video. Now, let's go back to the email. So, as he says, he wants me to provide a video that just basically kisses his ass for 5 minutes and says his channel is the most wonderful channel in the world. So, even though I can see right through this shit at this point, I want to stay civil on this. So I say I have 2 options. Again, one is to file a counterclaim, which is a legal process, and it will most likely come out in my favor. But I have kept my public conduct about this civil. I have not said anything on my social media channels about why the video is down. All I simply have said is that there has been a copyright dispute, and I am attempting to solve it amicably with the claimant. So my second option is I will create a video where I speak positively about your channel, and I won't speak publicly about why my video was temporarily taken down or name you specifically. I would make a video that talks broadly about misuse of YouTube's copyright system for people who play games on the platform. We could talk about the irony of companies issuing frivolous takedowns. We could talk about how certain companies use takedowns to silence criticism. Let's flip the script and talk about what everyone else on the platform can agree on, that YouTube's copyright system is broken and that people like you and me should be allowed to speak our minds, or in your case, simply provide positive exposure to games that may have been long forgotten. I could write a video like that. I've talked about YouTube's broken copyright system in the past, in fact, fairly recently, thanks Rednecks. And I could certainly make a video like that, and then I would show his channel front page in my video as an example of a channel that provides positive exposure to games that may have been long forgotten. And then I offered to send him a script that he could look at before I created the video. And he says, yeah, sure, as long as you make it well in the sense that it doesn't put me in a bad light, I would say that's fine, looking forward to the script. And I go, okay, well, the matter is solved. So I send him, I give you my word that I will do the following. I will write a script. I will send you the script so you can give the opportunity to look it over and request changes. I didn't say I'd listen, but I did say he could request them. I will post the video to my main channel. I will never use footage from your channel in my videos ever again. And I will not speak disparagingly about you on my channel or public social media profiles or name you as the reason for my video's takedown. But I must ask you that you give me your legally binding word that you will retract your copyright claim and restore my video immediately upon agreeing to these terms, not until you see the script, not until you see the video, immediately today. You will never copyright claim any of my videos ever again, past and future, because I won't be using your footage anyway. Future shouldn't be a problem. And 3, you will never create any videos, public posts, or other content disparaging my channel, my content, or my attempts to resolve this matter in a civil manner, because I have now licked your ass. In turn, you should refrain from putting mine on display. I say I've been more than reasonable in this matter, and adding, of course, don't think I don't realize that you're essentially blackmailing me for free advertisement for your channel. And a long time passes. Let's see, that was 1 day ago. And then at the end of yesterday, I said, all right, it's near the end of the day. You haven't responded. He would respond within like 10 or 15 minutes in the prior conversation. But once I laid out all of these nice little bullet points here, all of a sudden he went very, very quiet. So I wrote him an email and said, since it's the end of the day and you haven't responded, I'm going to ask you to reply by the end of tomorrow, the day I'm recording this video. If you do not accept my proposal by then, I will proceed with a legal counterclaim via YouTube, which is a legal action, which means that if he wants to dispute my counterclaim, he will have to sue me. And I will also make it very clear to everyone why my video was taken down, which is what you're watching right now. And I am more than prepared to go scorched earth if that's what you prefer, which is again what this video is. Went to sleep, woke up, didn't see a response. In the meantime, someone on my Discord had said, you know what, YouTube has this function where you can just like trim a video, like trim bits out of it in the middle, but it doesn't work on videos that have been unlisted or videos that have been removed. You can't edit something that's been taken off of YouTube. But regardless, I emailed him, good morning. We might have a third solution that we haven't considered. I could simply remove the 2 seconds of the video. I don't know if it's at that time. I didn't know if it was possible or not. I asked, and then I went off and did some other things and came back, and the person on my Discord said, no, you can't do that when it's a video that's not available. But anyway, I'm out most of the day. I will look into it when I get home. If I simply cut out the 2 seconds from the video and then keep the upload views and comments, would that be an acceptable solution? Again, I figured at least that might get a positive response and we wouldn't have to do this whole song and dance with the YouTube video and the script and all of that bullshit. But as you can see, 10 hours passed. That was 11 hours ago, and now it's 1 hour ago where I sent him the email where it says, it is now the end of the day, and you have not yet responded. So I hereby retract my proposed deal and declare it null and void. I will not produce any video on your behalf, nor will I be obligated to keep your involvement out of the public. And believe me, it will be very public. And now it is. So I have indeed moved forward with a legal counterclaim and submitted that to YouTube an hour ago, ending with, "We could have worked this out, you chose not to." And that is indeed why we are making this video and why you cannot watch my Fate of Atlantis video on YouTube currently. It is because of 2 seconds from a sufficiently butthurt fellow YouTuber who issued a copyright takedown for footage that he doesn't own the copyright to. Yay, copyright system. Now, obviously, whatever YouTube, whatever decision they happen to arrive at, if they find my counterclaim acceptable and forward it to Mr. Phantom, Mr. Phantom will then have 10 business days to sue me, and if not, my video will be reinstated. It's out of my hands now. I've done what I can. If, however, you want to watch my Fate of Atlantis video, it's still on my PeerTube channel. Link in the description. So, just wanted to give you that heads up. And incidentally, if your first reaction or instinct after watching this video is to go and bomb the shit out of Phantom's YouTube comments, please don't. You're not helping anyone. If your reaction is to go and find his email and send him incendiary emails, don't. You're not helping. That would be a terrible, terrible mistake on your part, and it would make me look very, very bad. So don't do that. What I would prefer that you did was to sit and cackle and giggle and laugh privately to yourself about how fucking stupid this is. And that would make me very happy as well. So take care. And all that Chrono Stream shit. Good night.